I did dye my hair, by the way, guys, if you're wondering if I look a little different. Like, why does she look different? Because I dyed my hair. Yeah, I dyed it. Anyways, today, guys, I love Trader Joe's pumpkin bagels, but I have not had bagels in probably years because there's so much salt in bagels. And I love Trader Joe's, but their bagels just have too much salt, and there's a lot of additives that are just not necessary. So I thought, we're gonna make bagels. A sneak peek there. We're gonna make bagels at home today. 4 simple steps. It does take a little bit of time. I got up a little early today to get it done so that I could have them for brunch. But guys, it is worth it. It is worth it. These 4 simple steps, easy, healthier. They're also oil-free and vegan and whole food plant-based friendly. So guys, I think you will enjoy them. You're gonna be so grateful that you got up and you took the time to make these. So let's jump into the video. To my 1/2 cup of warm water, I'm going to go ahead and add my yeast. I'm gonna do about 1/2 teaspoon, maybe less. I'm not really gonna measure. Okay, and then I'm gonna do in here 1 tablespoon coconut sugar. I'm gonna drop that in there, and we're gonna set that to the side till it's nice and activated. And we're gonna work on our dry ingredients. Got bread flour. Okay, stop at the 2 cup mark. 2 cups of bread flour. Gonna do about 1/2 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. These are pumpkin bagels after all. All right. You want a pinch of sea salt. I'm not gonna put any salt in here actually. I'm just gonna forego that. It's the organic brown sugar, and you can use any sugar you want. You can use date, maple sugar. Use whatever sugar you want. Use 2, the brown, and then I'm gonna go in with the coconut. No. Do 2 coconut. So, 1/4 cup of sugar. That's what we're looking like now. And I think those are all the dry ingredients. So now for the wet ingredients. I got my pumpkin. The only ingredient should be pumpkin. And I try to get organic pumpkin. This is non-GMO. My bowl here. Basically, all we're gonna do is mix this together till we get a dough, cover it up, and let it double in size. And you could throw everything in here. The dry yeast, you don't have to proof it, but I just like to proof my yeast because I don't want to waste time in the kitchen. It kind of foamy on the top, so that shows that it is indeed active. So yeah, just gonna pour our yeast mixture in and just scrape that sugar from the bottom here. You're just gonna mix this all together and have your flour on standby. Ooh, have your flour on standby. Have your flour on standby in case you need some more. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna actually knead our dough for 5 minutes. There's a little bit of the extra dough. Extra flour here. Okay, a little bit of extra flour. And then we'll look at the clock and we're gonna knead for 5 minutes. Just to get a nice soft dough. All right, the dough is ready. I'm gonna sprinkle some flour. You can do oil if you want. Flop my dough down in here. I'm gonna cover it up, and yeah, you can use a towel to cover it up, however you want to do it. Just gonna use some plastic wrap, a towel, a plate, anything works. So we're gonna set this aside for about an hour, just until it's doubled in size. All right, guys, it has risen, and it's not going to rise it's not going to rise as much as if I used the amount of yeast called for. Pumpkin spice bagels. So they're not going to be, the dough's not going to rise super huge, but it did rise, did spread. It's been about an hour. And so we're going to go ahead and form the bagels. It's going to be things. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece here, and I'm just going to kind of that maybe want to make the hole super big because again, we're gonna let these rise for another 30 minutes. And so the hole's gonna close somewhat, you know, close as much. So again, I think that's gonna be the size of it. There's another one out of here if I work these two together. All right guys, there they are. I'm gonna cover these up with some plastic wrap. And so they won't form a film on the top. And we're gonna let these sit for 30 minutes. You just want to have your boiling water, and I just poured in 1/4 cup of a mix of brown sugar and coconut sugar. Again, you can use whatever, you can trade it up for maple sugar, date sugar, but yeah, brown sugar works great. And then I have the bagels here, and we're just going to boil them for about 40 seconds, 45 to 50 seconds on each side. I'm gonna get my spatula here, so that will work better. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started, okay? They should float to the top. If not, then I'm gonna give it a minute. So let's see. That one is floating to the top. See if the other one floats to the top. Oh, looks like it's doing it. It's trying. There we go. Once that's done, we'll flip them. I'll give them like a second over because, but you don't want to do more than a minute on each side. So, all right, so I'm going to restart it. Seconds, now I'm going to flip it over. Do it without splashing yourself. Right, there we go. All right, so we're going to do the rest just like that. Oop. All right, so all of our bagels are out now. Just gonna turn this off, and we're gonna go ahead and put these in the oven. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer these to a baking sheet. And so what I've got here is I just got, for the vegan version, I've got just some almond milk with a little bit more coconut sugar in there, and then I have my egg wash right here. And you can put sesame seeds on it, whatever you want. Getting kind of messy. Okay, these are going to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. Then I'm going to do an egg wash on these. Just going to make them more brown. Give us a nice sheen. I'm hoping my circles turn out better next time. Like, they're a little rugged this time, but these are homemade, so that's fine. All right, they're going to go in the oven. 15 to 20 minutes. All right, there we go. So excited to see how these look. Oh, steam bath. Oh my God, they are beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I mean, they're not perfectly shaped, but they're homemade. So what do you expect? And they browned basically the same. I mean, there's not much difference between the ones I did an egg wash on. They're a little shinier than the ones that I just did the milk on. So yeah, look at that. Whew. I'm excited. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take these off and let them cool on the cooling rack, and we are going to dig in. Guys, I cannot believe that we made bagels at home. This is insane. I mean, it is just completely insane. So I probably should have made these a little taller, but that's okay. You can toast them up. I'm just going to put some cream cheese on mine. You can use whatever cream cheese you want. You can just use dairy-free cream cheese, regular, organic, whatever you want. Look at that. Okay guys, you ready? Mmm. Wow. 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 Mm-hmm. I have no words. Actually, I have 2 words for you. Make these. These are so reminiscent of these bagels last time I had them, which was like a year or so ago. Maybe more than that. Okay guys, I'm gonna cut off the video because that's it. We did it. Okay, check these out and your life will be changed. Trader Joe pumpkin bagels at home. Takes a couple of hours, but it's well worth the effort. Well worth it. So, I'll see you guys. I love them. Okay, those are the results. I love them. I'll see you guys again later. Bye.